video games.
Video games.
Hey, what up?
Video games. Hello. Welcome to Possible Coin. My name is Brian Cartwright, and I am joined by my fantastic host, Video games.
Yeah.
Video games from coast to coast. Actually, you know what? Nowhere near coast to coast. Like, we all live in fucking flyover country.
Mid to mid.
Yeah. A fairer description of this show has never been said.
Thanks.
I'm joined by Rocky Hardy.
Yeah, that's me.
And I'm joined by Tegan Somerset.
That's me.
Video games. I am. There's a thing which I am sure I will get to at some point in this show.
Sure. Which
is our thrice annual, and now there is a new Hearthstone expansion update.
Okay.
But before I get to that, there's a thing that Rocky sent to our show group chat this week, where he said, "Brian, you made a joke years ago on the show about me ending up doing a show called Horny Through My Tears, if when Impossible Coin folded." And I'm like, man, it occurred to me that at this point, the show has been on so long that there are definitely like eras for this show.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, how long ago is how old is Horny Through My Tears?
It is younger than the brewery era, but older than Ducket Sequoia.
Oh, wow. Okay. So I'm guessing it's younger than Going Ham.
Ooh. I think it might have been around that time, but I'm not sure. But what I remember is that there was a period of time where the show wasn't exactly growing, and you were very down about it. Like, we hadn't landed on like the train set framework yet, really. You were like worried that like the show continuing to not grow would cause us to lose interest, and then we would leave to go do other online projects. And there was a project that you pitched that Tegan would do, which for the life of me, I can't remember. But you also suggested that I would end up on a show called Horny Through My Tears, which I think might have been related to, I don't want to get into it. I'm going to leave that one alone. But I do remember you saying that. And I thought about it a lot.
I was going to say, like, because if we were to, like, flash and move to the modern paradigm, I'd say, like, if anybody's going to host a show called Horny Through My Tears, it's me.
Let's go, Brian.
What's that?
Let's go, Brian.
Congrats on the upgrade.
Man, I mean, I'm not sure if it's an upgrade, but it's just real. It's real.
For sure.
It's an acknowledged reality. Good Lord.
I think the alternative was walking into the desert, so I think creating a new show called Horny Through My Tears is the upgrade,
I hear that.
The show isn't recorded in the desert, Tegan.
I mean, this show used to be 2/3 recorded in the desert.
That's true. Out there with a cow skull wearing a pair of headphones on it.
It was a good time. Had a decent couch. At least that's what I remember.
Oh, man. I think that the rule for this show is that theoretically Rocky needs to be within striking distance of at least one co-host to record.
This is a threat. It's also a promise.
Absolutely. Goodness gracious. So I'm just like, I did not remember Horny Through My Tears, but like it totally makes sense. And like I remember like because once you said it, like I immediately started to like remember like I guess like the underlying motivation of the era, which was like I was like listening to a bunch of Harmontown at the time.
That makes
sense.
Like,
yeah, guys, we need more emotional authenticity on the show. And like I guess I didn't realize that we already had it.
It's like that.
You know, which totally sounds like the fucking plot of some dumbass Christmas movie. Like, we had the emotional authenticity was there all the time.
The emotional authenticity was the friends we made along the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, like, as a result, there were definitely things that got said on the show during that era where somebody would just, like, blindside, and they're like, what the fuck is this? And it's like, well, Brian, I received your memo regarding authenticity.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, God.
You know, and that would, like, you know what, I am not going to invoke, like, you know what, that was the gas leak here. Gas leak.
I could believe that being the gas leak here, honestly. That's fine.
Yeah. Man, Jesus Christ.
There was a gas leak?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's okay, it's been taken care of.
Okay.
It's fine. Everyone is marked safe.
Everyone is marked safe from the gas leak era.
Yeah, I'm like, oh man. And like, as we sit here thinking about like the oldest of jokes on the show, I was like, man, even like Going Ham is still much younger than Hammelbang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, man, I finally watched Hamilton like a week and a half ago, and I'm so mad about it. No, it's like, here's the thing. When Hamilton came out, when it was happening, I listened to the soundtrack, and I liked the soundtrack. Like, I had a good time listening to it, but I never watched the stage show. And like, I watched the stage show, and like, while the show itself was like, all right, it's fine, didn't change my life or anything. Mostly because I grew up around hip hop. It's not news to me. But like, man, I think about like a lot of the stuff that was like portrayed in that play, and like the trajectory of the country since. And I feel like there was a good chunk of it that like emboldened like some of the worst impulses of our country. And yeah. And like, I don't know what to do with that information. I know I need to do something. I'm going to be sitting on it for a little while.
Like, and I'm also like, I'm glad at the way you crafted that, Rocky, because like there's a, that's very, very specifically like open-ended the way you put it. And I think that's like very, like,
cause it's not just one thing. Like it's a bunch of little things.
So there was a philosophy that was like very popular in the early 1990s.
Okay.
Which like said that, hey man, look, we've solved all the the major problems in the world. Like, it was an idea that at this point that we were only solving the small problems because all the big problems were done.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this was a real
God, I
thing.
missed that. God.
Taking it was a lie.
It was such a simpler time. I was so small. My brain was not yet developed. I had to get up in the morning and watch cartoons. It was so nice. Take me back. Let me buy a house while I'm, 8 years old.
So, like, this idea that, like, we're done now. We've solved all the problems.
Right.
And let's see here. Just want to make sure I get the name of this school of thought right.
Damn it.
Here. I know that like Ludwig Wittgenstein was one of the people who like pushed it. But we had reached this point of like what I'm going to say, like liberal complacency, right?
Okay.
Where they're like, "That's right, everybody. We got Martin Luther King on a postage stamp. We're done. We're done."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's just like, and that kind of like moral and social complacency, I think, like really dominated like center left politics throughout the global. I'm not going to just say America, throughout the global West for like the next 20 years. So that way, when fucking 9/11 happened, and like the global center left was like, we have no idea how to react to this. And it's like, well, what do you mean you have no idea to react to that? Well, we've literally spent like the last 10 years eating paste and making fucking stick figures. So like, we have no idea what to do. And all these right-leaning motherfuckers are going to lead the charge.
Yeah.
And I really feel like Hamilton is like that is like the last burst of we've solved everything. Please clap.
Right.
Like it really feels like that. Just like, oh
Yeah.
man, look, just like please congratulate the show Hamilton for existing, because look at it, look at it, just feast on it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, it's got some catchy tune, solves nothing.
Yeah. Literally nothing. Yeah.
Just, oh man. And then on the other side, you'd have like the increasingly emboldened like racist right who would like see Hamilton and go like, oh no. Like, and it's just like, man, like it really was something that just like was an accelerant for the worst instincts of everyone.
Yeah.
Oh man. Thanks, Lin-Manuel Miranda. Of my short list of people, if I meet that person, I'm fighting them.
That's fair. That's a good addition to the list, man. Fuck.
God.
I'm not going to fight Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Okay.
Because he inspired Jorge.
I mean, like,
I like Jorge.
I probably won't throw hands, but I would call him an asshole.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do that to any celebrity and you're not going to hurt them, so.
Man.
But he inspired Jorge, and I really like Epic the Musical, so, that's fine.
I mean, I hear that. And, like, I don't think everyone's, like... It is very difficult to say that anyone's, like, influence is entirely, like, good or bad, we can definitely vote on nets. I think Lin-Manuel Miranda is net bad, honestly.
Yeah.
But, like... he put together some tunes and inspired some people, and that's not nothing. That's something that I can see. Actually, Brian, I want to ask both of you this. Let me not do that. Does the name Sean Fain mean anything to you?
Sean Fain.
No.
Okay.
That's the easiest. I love it when I have an easy question.
That sure sounds Irish.
I think he might be. But Sean Fain is an organizer in the United States. He I believe he's the head of the United Auto Workers.
Yes. I just Googled him.
Yeah, he's the head of United Auto Workers, and he is orchestrating a particular kind of protest. He's it's currently being called May Day 2028. And what he's doing is that he's trying, one of the things that he's doing internally with United Auto Workers is setting up their current contracts, the active ones, to lapse starting May Day 2028, and is encouraging other unions to align their existing contracts that way. Yes, to put together a working class general strike to really use the power that labor has to try to get some get some shit done, you know? Modern protections, reasonable pay increases, things like that. And so, like, you know, I'm interested in them because there are a few people that are outraged at the world in the way that they should be, I think, personally, but don't have like but also have like a long-standing vision on what resistance looks like. Because one of the things that I think about, especially like of like the conservative movement that is coming to fruition now, it didn't start a year ago or even a couple of years ago. Like they've kind of been like passing this kind of like spirit along, arguably for the past like 30-ish, 40 years, and just winning little by little until they can, you know, swing a bunch at once. And they've had setbacks and they've been angry about their setbacks, but they didn't like fall apart over them. You know what I mean? Like the Tea Party happened in 2012-ish or whatever. And like that got blown up after about a year and a half, but they just kind of like retooled. They moved their money around. They like shifted strategy. And I'm interested in this Sean Fain Mayday, not because I think it's going to be a be all end all, which would be nice, but like it seems like someone who's trying to kind of like plant seeds in hopes of like long-term fruition, you know?
Yeah. Oh. And like general strike, I also am a big fan of any kind of resistance movement which actually moves the voice of the left to the left.
Yeah.
Because there is so much like, hey guys, like, what if we all bought Pride stickers and, you know, supported bombing Gaza? Like, look,
Yeah.
And I'm like, how about we fucking don't? So yes, I am way into this. This gives me good tingles. This gives me the kind of tingles I got when I was watching election results come in from the Democratic primary in New York City, baby. Oh, man. And then to watch the nationwide Democratic apparatus, like, spend
Go
the
like
following
home?
weeks.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking? What? People want, yes. This is what people want.
Mm-hmm.
But they know that, you know, they've just been trying to pretend that they don't have to give it to anybody.
What if we give you a gerontocracy? Would you like a gerontocracy?
Oh my
god! I'm going to try and find a picture. It's not as I don't. You know what? It's arguably as offensive as the picture that Rocky put in chat earlier.
Oh god. Okay. God, that was a really wild photo. If anyone's interested, it's the cover of the Pusha T single, the wait, I think it's called The Ballad of Adidon. It's a lot. If you're not ready, don't bother. I mean it. No, it's called The Story of Adidon. But again, honestly, Jesus Christ. Why would you show up for that photo, man?
I'm not showing them that. Like, look, they can go.
They can. Yeah. No, I mean, like, why would you show up to be photographed that way? Why not just leave? You know? Yeah. Fuck, man.
Well, I have put a picture into our.
Oh yeah, with the Kente Claude. No, honestly, God, me and my friends were hooting about this for like weeks, and it was just like, dog, why would you bother doing this?
There's so many things about this picture I hate. Also, because that was in the middle of fucking COVID.
Yep.
But she's got to make sure that people can see her face.
Yeah.
She has pulled down her face mask.
Yep.
Like, here we are in a pre-vaccine moment, indoors. Like this picture, oh, for me, that picture is the Democratic Party. Like writ large. Like obviously there are exceptions, but like Jesus Christ. Oh,
I mean,
just like
it's
very old white lady with dyed hair, dressed wildly inappropriately, and then like using a face mask wrong. Just like,
I mean, I hear you in that like, you know, the American Democratic Party has been like doing dumb half measures for nobody for so long, and it's just like I almost want to ask who would that serve, but I don't even. It's not worth the trouble. It's not. This is a video game podcast.
It's true. It's true. But we'll say this: Lin-Manuel Miranda, Camel Bang, give us a call.
Yeah, honestly, we can actually what's the word? Rehabilitate Lin-Manuel Miranda's public persona if they let us make Camel Bang. Like they'll leave him alone. I think maybe. Who knows?
Like, we just need fresh beats in the game whenever you wish to fuck a new member of the camera. Cabinet.
Oh no! You think? Well, do we bring back Daveed Diggs as Thomas Jefferson, or do we do something else? I'm still not over Daveed Diggs being. I didn't know he was also Lafayette, which is kind of dumb. But like, I'd never like watched the play before. Like, I knew that he was Thomas Jefferson because it's all everyone ever talked about. But I did not know that he was Lafayette, and I like Lafayette way more as a character. It was super weird. I don't know why they didn't publicize that. Whatever, it's fine. I'm leaving it alone.
My whole like my favorite moment of the whole play is I feel like because it adequately summarizes the entire length of Lin-Manuel Miranda's charm. It's like young Hamilton has just gotten to college, and like he runs into Aaron Burr, and he's describing a situation he's gotten himself into. He's like, I punched the guy who you're supposed to give money to. He said I'm stupid. I'm not stupid, and then Aaron Burr's like, you punched the bursar. That's like the whole he said I'm stupid. I'm not stupid. Then Aaron Burr interrupted him. Punch the bursar. Like that's my favorite moment of the whole fucking thing. And I'm like, man, like, did he thought he was cooking with this whole like he said I'm stupid, I'm not stupid thing. Like, Jesus, this goofy ass play.
Tiggs, what was your favorite moment in Hamilton?
I don't know.
Is it Aunt Peggy?
No. Like, I saw the show. I saw it live.
Yeah?
It was fine.
For sure.
I really like the stage direction for running out of time because I like the way that they like throw all the like papers around and stuff. I think it looks good. It's like a good look on stage, you know?
Yeah. It was good in the recording too.
It's like the Act 1 finale, I guess.
Oh, I just thought of something that Lin-Manuel Miranda did, which means that I like. Okay. So maybe I don't have to fight him.
Okay.
He was responsible for producing and funding the FX miniseries Fosse Verdon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right.
And he gave himself a very tiny role in the final episode.
Classic.
When they're showing Bob Fosse directing the film, All That Jazz. A movie about him having a heart attack and thinking about his entire life. Because Bob Fosse, cast Roy Scheider, as this self-insert character, and so Lin-Manuel Miranda puts himself in the role of Roy Scheider, which was Bob Fosse's self-insert.
Yeah.
And
if he can't be the self-insert, it's going to be the self-insert. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, all right, Lin-Manuel Miranda. That's I like. This whole thing is basically about how much hero worship you have for Bob Fosse, and you know what? Agree, sir. Bob Fosse rules. Video games.
True.
Video games.
I think Teeks wanted to talk about Uma Musume.
I want you to talk about Uma Musume.
Oh, yeah, I get the horse game. I think I can see the horses. That's not the right word. There's different words in there, but I get it. I've been playing a lot of Uma Musume. It's a pretty good clicker, honestly. I do currently like the economy of it, but it's also a gacha in its first month, so like, what's not to like, you know? I do think that Uma Musume is pretty complicated, and it is not beginner friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Like it doesn't want to tell you how to play the game really. And there's a lot of like little things that like that are very character specific for better and for worse. Like there are like general ideas like, you know, you want your horse to be fast because you're racing, duh. But like there are certain there's certain horses that like need like an outrageous amount of speed, and some of them that need significantly less. And like depending on like the style of racing that you're going to do, like there are certain stats that you want to prioritize over others. And so like it feels like there's a lot of like min-maxing involved, especially around like a particular horse that you might like. Like if you are a Gold Ship fan as opposed to like an Ogre Cap or a Marazensky or the Sakura Bakashino, like you're gonna prioritize completely different like builds, and that requires you to get different cards and like focus on different stats and run your careers differently. And that's neat. And like even beyond that, there's like a lot of like built-in secrets in like the story of the game, which is very cool. I think it's a big and interesting thing. I'm having a lot of fun with it.
What kind of secrets do you know of the Uma Musume?
I know that there are like, for example, specific races that are important to particular horses.
Mm-hmm.
And like different sequences that like lead to like special like events that like, you know, is important to like the horse's career. And it references because like you know, these horses weren't pulled out of thin air. They are based off of real race horses that have existed in human history, but they have just been reskinned as anime girls. And so like if you know the career of that horse, you can try to follow their career as it occurred in like real life. And like you'll get, you know, different like character events or like secrets or bonuses for completing them. Tegan, I think, sent me one of them relating to Marazensky's like second year. There's like a summer race that she does that is like specific to her, and if she wins it, like you get a stat boost and like additional like resources to take later into the career, which is cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. So there is some lore, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every game comes with lore.
Yeah.
Do you want to know some of the lore of Uma Musume?
Sure, let's do it.
So there's a couple like standard things, you know. There are no normal horses in Uma Musume.
Okay.
Only horse girls. There are no boys either. Right. There's no like Uma Musume boys.
No horse.
Only the girls can be horses.
Right.
The Uma Musume's fathers are secret. And they are, the Uma Musume themselves are like elves. And there is no elaboration on that.
All right, cool.
So, yeah, there's some fun lore in there. Maybe you can uncover more.
I've learned, I thought you were going to talk more about like the horses, like, I guess like real life counterparts. Because I've learned a bit about them. Some
of them are really sad.
Yeah.
Like my girl.
Yeah, like Silent Suzuka had to be put down in the middle of her last race, and that's a bummer. But like Gold Ship apparently is a horse that like
Gold Ship's really, an asshole.
The Gold Ship, Brian, you're gonna love this, is a horse that fucked up like the Japanese race betting economy. Apparently something like 1 billion yen was lost on this horse. Because like the horse was like the big favorite to win like this long distance race. They've had an incredible career thus far. The gun shoots and the gates open and the horse straight up stands there for 15 seconds. Does not start the race.
Yeah, he just is like, nah, ain't happening. This is after the horse tried to pick a fight with the horse in the next like pen.
Yeah. And like, I actually don't think Gold Ship finished that race. I don't think they were put down or anything like Suzuka was, but like, they just straight up did not finish that race. And like the amount of like yen that was lost on it was close to $1 billion. Which is very, very funny. The horse girl counterpart, by contrast, Gold Ship, rambles about nonsense most of the time. It's very fun. And when she wins first place, she drop kicks the camera every time. It's great. There's another horse, Haru Urara, if I remember correctly. She is a pink-haired horse girl, and apparently her real life horse counterpart has never won a race, or never did win a single race.
Zero, a full losing streak.
Yeah. The career can be ultimately successful, but unlike most of the other horses where like you have to like place in a certain rank to continue the career or win certain races, Haru doesn't have to win or participate in a race for like half of her career. She just needs to like cultivate a fan base, which also of people who this is a great opportunity to pop in and say that the people who've been playing Uma Musume in the States, who went to go visit some of the real life horses, like at like the farms where they're being kept and whatnot, have kind of been unruly to the point that like the devs had to put a special message inside of the game to remind them to be respectful if you go to visit the individual horses in real life. Don't know what that's about. I didn't want to dig into that, but I feel like I could make some key assumptions, so I left that one alone.
Haru Urara's farm, they have a Twitter, and they'll post updates on her. And if you want, if you're so inclined, you can donate money to her farm, and they will feed her fresh grass, like nice sweet grass that's like cut and like brought to the horse, right? Like a little treat. And they have been overwhelmed with donations of sweet grass for this horse that does not won a single race. I put the horse in the chat for this, and also her Uma Musume counterpart.
Yeah.
She's so cute.
Man, some of these careers got a little weird. Like I've been trying to I have a very good Maruzensky at this point. Like Maruzensky I think is like nearly prime, but I just unlocked like her like final potential. And like unless I like get her to 5-star where like she has like the best possible starting stats, I don't think I'm going to try to like redo her career at the moment, because like when you clear a career on the game, like you get to take the horse, like that instance of the horse out, and you can use it in like other content in the game. And like there are 2 horses at the beginning, Maruzensky and Ogre Cap, that you can get access to, that if you build them quote unquote correctly, you can take on most content in the game, period. So like I'm kind of cruising off of this really good Maruzensky and just trying to build up like the other horses in the background. And so I've been messing around with a couple of them, and like King Halo is kind of like confounding me a bit, because like I feel like she's being built for her career follows too many different race like setups, which is like a unique challenge. Like for example, Maruzensky is largely a sprinter, and there's an instance where like you need to, or not an instance, like she has to be good at like mile races and what's considered medium races, which is basically like 1.5 miles. And she runs in like a long race or two, but like she doesn't have to win those. And so like as long as you build her with either a decent amount of stamina or like stamina recovery abilities, you can just kind of go all in on speed and not have to worry about anything else. And like Gold Ship has like a really balanced stat spread where like as long as her speed, power, and stamina are in the same spot, she can perform in basically every race that she's in, because she doesn't have to outspeed sprinters. She just needs to be able to turn it on at the end of the race. But like King Halo, for some reason, is entered in sprints, in miles, and medium races. And I think there is one long race she has to like get top 3 in. And so like it feels like she needs to have like an insane amount of like investment in all of her stats, and you just don't have time for that. But I don't know. Like she's also still like a 1-star on my King Halo, so maybe it's just she's starting from like a point where she's not effective.
Mhm.
But like I've been having trouble with her. But outside of that, like the game has been a pretty fun puzzle, like for the most part, and like running through the races has been good. I haven't watched a lot of the shows, but the ones that I've seen have high production value, and I'm glad people are enjoying them.
The real King Halo ran in every available race, so that might be part of why
Son of a
you're having
bitch.
trouble.
God damn it, dude! Like,
ran almost every G1 race, no matter what distance it was, even a dirt race.
Fucking, oh my god!
Just the career was all over the place.
It's driving me nuts. Like, I'm like, well, how am I supposed to fucking build her? But like, I'll figure it out. Like, or I'll figure something out. I wanted to get through King Halo because I like King Halo's vibe. I think they're fun. And then I'm gonna lean into El Condor Pasa because I think until I like get a Taiki shuttle, which I need to like build the quote unquote like perfect Marzensky, like I don't really have to work on anything else. It's just like showing up for like the legend races that are popping in every couple of days. God, I had my Marzensky beat Simbali Rudolph and I felt vindicated. I'm like, fuck, I know how to do this shit. I'm a horse racer now.
I don't know if she's been added to the game yet, but if you have Kawakami Princess, that's one of King Halo's kids.
That makes sense. I haven't seen her in any like race at all yet, so I don't think she's been in the game.
Okay. When she gets added, apparently they have a pretty good synergy. So
that makes sense.
I love the horse girls.
The horse girls are good.
They
did
so
a good
fun.
Job. I mean, we can see how it feels in a couple of months because you know how gotchas can be.
So also a fun fact about Uma Musume generally is one of the reasons that there isn't a lot of not safe for work art of the horses is because a lot of these horses in the Japanese racing scene are owned by Yakuza.
Yeah.
And they're just like, no, don't, that's my horse. Don't fucking draw my horse getting the sex on. Don't do it. And people are like, okay, understood.
Yeah. Brian, would you try to loot a horse under the threat of the Yakuza?
Making me think about like a B plot on The Sopranos, where Tony had a horse named Pi Oh My, and he's like, I want to get a portrait of myself on a horse, and then tragedy befell the horse on the show. And then he later found out that the painting he tried to throw out that he commissioned himself, standing beside Pi Oh My, one of his lieutenants, Paulie Walnuts, had taken the photo home, but not before he took it to a painting restorer, and he's like, "Hey, can you make the guy in this painting look like Napoleon?" And so, like when Tony Soprano saw the painting in Paulie's house, there was Pi Oh My looking just like Pi Oh My did. But there was himself, now made up to look like fucking Napoleon.
Oh my god!
Yeah, what a vibe. I wonder if the Yakuza would object to turning their horses into various like Napoleonic horses. I'm going to say yes.
I believe so. I think they'd have some things to say.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Have you been messing with the Musume? I know we talked about it last time.
Well, I mean, nah. New Hearthstone expansion dropped.
For sure.
So.
Oh, yeah. How is that?
Yeah, I've got some feelings. Never before have I seen, like, a week into a new expansion dropping, so many people just playing decks from before the expansion. Like that should not be. But there are decks that are just like so strong. They're just like they're the people who are just like out here grinding that ladder are just like, whatever. And they're just literally running the deck that they were 2 weeks ago. Like, no differences whatsoever. There's a deck, like a druid deck, and the whole bit with this druid deck is it gives the hero power the ability to make increasingly large tree golems, and it just works. Bless you.
Thank you.
And so there really hasn't been much in the way of like an incentive to for like the people running that shit to like to come up with new decks. Like, there's nothing in the new expansion which has been so terrifying on the ladder that people are like, oh man, I got to get back into the lab. I'm still seeing, there's a bunch of paladin on ladder, there's a bunch of druid on ladder, and like it's like, yeah, there are people out there trying to run the new stuff, but like, but it's not like normally at this point during like an expansion's release, like it's just Wild West. But there's the sensation of Wild West does not exist at all. Like, it is like it's the way the ladder feels after one of the mini expansions comes out, like, which is like 30 cards. Not the way it normally feels when like we get 150 new cards. And that, I think, is a real bad sign.
What's different about it? Like,
well,
did they not like nerf the old cards? Did they like not like?
Well, I mean, I think it points to like how strong a lot of those cards in the last expansion were.
Okay.
And one of the things that they tried to do in this expansion is to try and bring back quests. They're like, hey, quests again. But the problem is, at this point, that there has been so much incremental power creep in the game that, like, if you're going to try and run a quest, like, there's a chance that whatever the quest is too slow. And, like, by the time you're done completing your quest, you're killed you. Just because they're doing something which is like powerful and fast. Like, one of the things that they introduced with the last expansion was the keyword imbue, which replaces your hero power, and each time you imbue your hero power, it gets, like, more and more powerful. Which is like how the druids are doing things like summoning 16 tree golems. And there's, like, for example, like there's a priest quest, which is kind of neat, which is actually two different quests. You get one quest to play 5 holy spells, and one quest to play 5 shadow spells. And when you complete both, like when you complete the one for holy, it puts a 4/4 minion into your hand with taunt that summons a copy of itself when played, for like 5 mana, and it's like, yeah, it's not very good. But when you complete the shadow one, you get the same thing. But if those two cards exist in your hand at the same time, they fuse into a card which is an 8/8, which summons a copy of itself when played, and has a death rattle. Deal 8 damage to a random enemy, and it also has reborn, which means it resummons itself. Which means that you're getting that deal 8 damage to a random enemy death rattle 4 times off of a single 5-drop. But in order to get there, you have to have played at least 5 holy spells, 5 shadow spells, and the card that drops this thing in the first place. So, like, you're trying to get all this shit done while staving off like a generally aggressive meta. So like it sure would be neat to play your big fancy fuck you priest minion, but that requires the game going until like turn 11,
Right.
And a lot of stuff is like resolving on like turn 6 or 7.
Jesus, that's really fast.
Yeah, like it's a fast meta. Like there's another like really cool quest, which is like the shaman quest, which says like play minions of 7 different types, and then once you do that, you get a 5 mana minion, which adapts twice, and for the rest of the game, any minion that you play has those adaptations, which is really cool. Like for example, like you could say give it divine shield and elusive, meaning that like it can't be individually targeted and it all damage.
Can you say that one more time?
Elusive is it can't be targeted, and then divine shield is it always survives damage. And because you're selecting the adaptations, you can like pick which adaptations are suitable to the board state. Like, oh, I need these to have taunt to protect my face, or oh, I need these to have lifesteal to like give me life gain throughout the game. But the problem is again, like you need to play 7 mana. You need to play 7 different minions in order to resolve the quest. And if you need to play 7 different minions to resolve the quest, like you're already playing too slow in the current meta. Funny enough, there is one quest in the current meta which is really good, and it's fucking Paladin. And the quest is play 5 Murlocs. And once you play 5 Murlocs, any Murlocs that you play after that have +1/+1. But here's the bit: the quest is infinitely repeatable.
Oh.
So yeah, play 5 Murlocs, great. Now play 5 more Murlocs, great. Now play 5 more Murlocs.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's not play 5 Murlocs, it's summon 5 Murlocs. And like the way the game understands playing is different than summoning. Like there's a Murloc card, for example, where like you play the Murloc and you get a 2/1 Murloc, but its battle cry is to summon an additional 1/1 Murloc. So like when you play that 1/2 mana card, you're getting 2 Murlocs, which means it hits the summon qualifier twice. And like there's another Murloc which is like has rush, and it's like 4 attack, 3 health, and it has a death rattle that when it dies, it summons 3 Murloc. And so like you can get through this Murloc quest really, really quickly. Like conceivably by turn 4. Sometimes turn 3. And then you're just gathering steam at that point, because any Murloc that you're playing is just that much stronger. I played this quest a couple times, and I was able to resolve the quest 5 times. So all of my Murlocs had +5/+5.
That's pretty wild.
Oh
Yeah,
God.
I'm like, this is just stupid. And like what I see, what they will inevitably do is they will like I can just see it now, is they're going to end up nerfing this Murloc quest instead of doing what they should do, which is find a way to like have all of the other quests like run faster. Like because as it is, like if they nerf this one quest, then we're just like literally sitting in like the last expansion's meta still. We're still just imbuing all our cards and looking for things that have dark gifts. And I would rather be playing with new mechanics and new things. Like quests are fun. Like Hearthstone's like biggest fuck up in the history of game design happened around quests. And it was the expansion that almost broke the game. And it feels like they were so timid around doing quests this time. They're like, oh man, we could never repeat the caverns below incident. And so like they just made all of these quests like really, really milquetoast. To give you a point of reference, when the first time they introduced quests was on the first Ungoro themed expansion. And all of the quests were fine and good, ... except Rogue, which had an expansion called The Caverns Below. And what The Caverns Below asked you to do was to play 5 minions with the same name. And that once you did that, you got a spell that would mean that all of your minions, regardless of their cost for the rest of the game, were 5 attack, 5 health. Now, that would mean that, like, obviously, like, you know, more powerful minions are now much shittier, but that meant that you could push out like some really cheap, fast damage to people's face. Like there's like a pirate that would, you know, natively unimpacted was like a 2/1, but it's like flavor text read like has charge while you have a weapon equipped, and so like this thing could just go face, you know, like as soon as it was dropped, if you had a weapon out, and so like. You had Rogue all of a sudden being able to do stuff like push 20 health worth of charge damage. And the meta for 4.5 months was nothing but rogues doing the quest. That was it. It drove away like a significant percentage of the player base. And so as a result, they have been timid around quests ever since. Like the one time they tried to return to quests after that was an expansion called United in Stormwind. And when they did United in Stormwind, their solution to like we can't have an overpowered rogue quest again was to give every class an overpowered quest except for rogue. And the meta was just a mess for 3 months. And this time, it feels like their solution was like all questions are meaningless, except for Paladin. They just take too long. I'm like, all right, whatever, y'all. Like, you're gonna need to like buff all of these quests, because otherwise we're just like we're living in February's meta, and I don't wanna. So thanks for coming to the Hearthstone update, which is not enough has changed. Because they made these quests too wimpy.
I think it's weird that the games are ending at like turn 5, 6 like normally. Like, is that a good meta?
It's a terrible meta, and I hate it.
Okay.
Like the thing which I have always enjoyed most of Hearthstone, is like board counterplay. Someone puts something onto the board, and then I have to react to it. Like, that's fun. Like, give me that chess feeling where, like, I have to make a decision and, you know, like, based on your action. That's like, that dynamic tension of player versus player. You know, like, that's the shit that you love, Rocky. Like, where, like, people are, like, reacting to, you know, like, each other and making, like, intelligent, informed, like, rapid decisions. Right now, it's just a bunch of people jacking off and playing solitaire.
And the solitaire is not like especially difficult, right? Like it's just
it's not.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, with the imbue mechanic, it's literally just hit one fucking button.
Yeah,
It's like you're hitting a feeder bar like a hamster.
Because I mean, like I was watching. A friend of mine sent me a reel that was like a Third Strike clip, and like sometimes in Third Strike characters just explode. It is what it is. It's what the game is, especially since it's just been around for so long, and it's largely figured out. And there was a match where like Dudley, this like the gentleman boxer, fighting against Elena, who's uh like a tribal indigenous ranged fighter. And what happened is that the Elena like was going for like this really long like low kick, and so the Dudley, knowing that like approaching horizontally didn't make sense, they jump in and they hit this combo, chase her all the way to the corner. And it's a long combo, but like it's full of what's called one frame links, which means like if you don't hit it on the exact frame to like hit the next move, you drop the combo. But they did the full combo, they spent full resources, and they took 95% of her health off the combo, but she wasn't dead. And then Elena, in response, tried to use like a super to get out of the corner, but the Dudley, knowing like the timing for the super, parried the super. And since it's like 5 hits and they always land the same way, like that was basically it. He parried the 5 hits and she died. And there were a bunch of people in the comments saying, jungling was the worst thing that ever happened to fighting games. And I get that like that's not really the chess feeling, but the trade-off is that like Dudley doesn't get to do that shit for free. Like, you got hit by the combo, you got hit for 95%, you did the super, he parried it, you lose. And that's 2 interactions. That sucks. But like they definitely played the hell out of their interaction. Like you can't just sit down and do that. And that's a point that's missed. And there's people who are...
The problem with Hearthstone meta is that once someone is able to start their bullshit,
right,
there's nothing that you can as a player can do to actively disrupt their bullshit.
That's true.
You can only hope to start your own bullshit and go, hope I finish mine first.
Right.
Yeah, and like that's no fun because it's just like just 2 kids sitting there at the crafting table, and you walk, you're like, hey kids, aren't you supposed to be playing together? Like, no.
Do you think they'll do a patch to fix it, or do you think it's just this is how it's going to be until the next update?
Oh, this leads me into the thing that they put their most effort into with this expansion.
Right.
Which is they introduced Hearthstone's first pet.
What?
Yes. Rocky, that's an appropriate reaction.
Does a pet come and eat all your opponent's cards?
No. The pet has no practical implication for gameplay at all. What it does is it replaces one corner of the game board with your cute little King Crush.
Oh, it's like a decoration.
And so he emotes about what's happening on the board.
It's like the TFT kind of pets thing, yeah.
And you can feed him snacks and play with him. In fact, while you're engaged in game, like your King Crush very much operates like a Tamagotchi. Like he needs food, he needs play and attention. You can give him scritchels and pets. And all of this will help level your King Crush. And he'll do more impressive animations related to the board state of play the more you level him. So you want to play with him, you give him food, you want to give him pets. He needs those things to level. And I would like for you to guess how much King Crush costs.
How much, Brian?
Give me one guess.
$30 American.
Again, that is it. It's a good guess, but it is too low.
Oh my, slow?
Yeah.
Nah. $50 American?
Another perfectly reasonable guess, which is also too low.
That's disgusting. $100 American.
I appreciate your guess, Tegan. I wish it was correct.
I fucking hate it here. I know how gacha games work. This is trash. What? Is that low?
If you'd like King Crush, they would like for you to give them $159.
I'm deleting my account, actually.
Yourbattle.net?
I don't have an account, but I'm deleting it. You know? What the actual fuck?
Yep.
For a little guy that just emotes on this, what else do you get with that?
You got it right there. Him just a little fella.
And people say that fucking Love Nikki is predatory. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
There he is. I mean, he a cute boy, but he's not $160 worth of cute.
Yeah.
Oh, he will die now.
Mm-hmm.
Look at him. That's not worth $160.
No.
Oh, they turn into different colors. It's still not worth $160.
No. Yeah, this is just a TFT pet thing. And they want to charge you.
But it's very expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's stupid. This is stupid.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. We're all on the same page. That's important.
Mm-hmm.
and just like feeling their development resources for this expansion going to this,
right,
instead of the fucking expansion.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, like I'm not going to give you $160 to pet a T-Rex. I'm just not. Like I got alternate skins for the classes until I had one alternate skin for each class that I really liked. So that way I was no longer using the default skins. And then I was done. And I don't need this bullshit. Like, they have previously rolled out like $60 skins. We're like, check it out. You can be Kerrigan from StarCraft. I'm like, okay. And they're like, and it's $60. I'm like, nope, fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Like, I am not that guy in video games. Like,
it's so cute that it thinks you are,
Yeah. Cosmetics are just, it's not, nope. So yeah, the current state of Hearthstone is expansion not good enough, and there's a really expensive fucking Tyrannosaur. Him a little guy.
And they're charging $160 for him to be your friend.
That's right.
Man, there is a guy. There actually not a single guy. There is a class of guy. They're pumping them out increasingly these days, Brian. Where it's like $160 for a friend. That sounds like a steal.
Oh no, you're right.
There are people who are like, where like the kids like, let's get a dog or like a cat or like a rodent or something. It's like, but don't you want a dinosaur instead? And they'll just buy that for them in Hearthstone and just tell them to fuck off.
God, oh man, these are the same people who are like, I think it would be a better deal to get my kids a Hearthstone pet than a dog. Grok, is it true?
What ask Grok? Oh no! Yeah, but this is the kind of world that we're living in currently, unfortunately.
Oh my god. Oh, okay. I want to turn our giant laser focus to something which is confusing and giving me feelings. Which is each successive cast announcement for the new Street Fighter movie.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
What the fuck is going on with this movie?
They are operating on 25-year-old advice, and they're trying to do their best.
Oh.
Yeah, I think like the only thing that really hit my feet about it was like 50 Cent being cast as Balrog. And I remember people talking about that in like 2008 or whatever. But like, you know, I that doesn't make even remote sense now.
Yeah, like okay, I'm a push through this here cast.
All right.
In the role of Ryu, one Andrew Koji,
Sure.
Who you might or might not know from Fast and Furious 6 and G.I. Joe Snake Eyes.
Yeah, that's right. He was Snake Eyes.
Yeah. Jason Momoa as Blanca.
That one is still crazy to me, but like I guess it's one of those things like Jason Momoa is kind of in everything.
Yeah. He does currently have like that kind of like The Rock quality about him.
Yeah.
Noah Centineo as Ken.
Yeah, okay.
No.
Like, Brian, this casting is about getting asses in seats, not about making a good Street Fighter movie.
Roman Reigns as Akuma.
Again, this is about getting assets in seats and not making a good Street Fighter movie. I don't believe Roman Reigns as Akuma at all. But do I think that Roman Reigns fans are going to show up for his latest role as Akuma in a Street Fighter movie? Absolutely.
Orville Peck as Vega.
Actually, hold on. I want to share this with you because I'm looking at this list. Someone compiled it on Cinema Blend. And this writer of Cinema Blend, when they have Roman Reigns as Akuma, I need to read this to you because it's the last thing that they write. They say, last but not least, Roman Reigns will play Akuma. He is another professional wrestler, and this will be his first significant acting role aside from appearing in The Wrong Missy. Goodness, talk about an impressive cast.
Oh.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Orville Peck is a fucking country music singer. What the fuck's he doing as Vega? Yeah, dude, this is just asses and seats, man. This isn't worth our attention, I think.
We know it's entirely possible this is going to happen for the Zelda movie, right?
Yeah, it's
okay.
something that we have to
not happening for the Zelda movie. 100%, this is not happening for the Zelda movie. There is no.
It could though. It could though, and we need to be prepared for that.
There are multiple mitigating factors for the Zelda movie.
Mm-hmm.
Mitigating factor 1: Nintendo stays up at night sweating in fear of the Bob Hoskins Mario movie ever happening again.
They do be doing that.
Yes. And number 2, they have already made the fortunate decision of putting a functioning adult who knows how to cast a movie in charge of that film.
Who's the casting director for Zelda?
So
I believe it's a functioning adult. I'm not trying to like fact check you. I just want to know who it is.
Oh yeah, no.
Well, they have a guild? Hell yeah. I love that for them. Casting directors have a guild, everybody.
They're actually going to have an Oscar starting next year.
Deadass?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Which I'm very pleased with. And then 2 years from now, we're going to finally get best stunt performance.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So I was, I guess, like more citing that Wes Ball is directing this.
Wes Ball's he has a good head on his shoulders.
Yes, he does. The movie Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, like 100%. That movie, like Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, feels like JRPG. It really does, and I'm absolutely convinced Like he has like handled casting well, in his previous efforts. Like the fact that the Maze Runner movies are not terrible is a testament to the fact that like he knows his way around a thing. Let's see here. Other Okay, and other producers on the Zelda picture, Joe Hartwick Jr., who was on Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes and the Maze Runner picture. He's on the film as well. Derek Connolly is writing the film, and Derek Connolly wrote Detective Pikachu.
Real.
Yeah. I think we're gonna be okay. I think the problem with this Street Fighter movie is that like Capcom just does not know what the fuck to do when it comes to like putting any of their properties into a Hollywood space. Like they put out a new Resident Evil movie like when we were like knee deep in COVID, and then when it didn't immediately make $1 zillion, they're like, pull the kill switch, we need to reboot. Like, bro, you put out a new Resident Evil, you put out a new horror movie about a virus in the middle of COVID.
I mean, I don't know.
What do you think was going to happen?
I keep forgetting, what's the name of that one guy that did all the Resident Evil movies with like his wife or whatever?
Oh God. Paul W.S. Anderson.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, the other Paul Anderson.
Yeah, like Anderson, they're just happy to give Anderson something that has enough explosions for people to sit down and watch. And like, I don't want to say that this is like a confidence play for them, but like it feels like they're extremely hands off when it hits like Hollywood, and they just gave it to a guy, and as long as someone shows up to watch it and maybe plays the game after, that works for them.
So
like
the guy they've got directing this here Street Fighter picture, is Kitao Sakurai, and he previously directed Bad Trip, the Eric Andre movie.
Oh, for sure.
And I'm like, what kind of fucking background for directing Street Fighter? And that's his only feature film credit. And I'm like, why is this guy directing Street Fighter?
I think they're just like Capcom. That's what I mean. Like, I feel like Capcom, as far as their like film presence, they just want the movies to exist. I don't think they're really particularly interested in them being like good or compelling or representative of like the game experience or anything like that. They just want them to be out there so that if someone accidentally Googles a Capcom property, but they are not in the mood for a video game, they could watch a movie instead, and maybe that comes back to them.
And let me check to see who the guy is that they've got on Resident Evil now, since they're rebooting that too.
Mm-hmm. Like, I still haven't forgiven them for the Monster Hunter movie, but like I sat down and I thought about it, and like the Monster Hunter movie for like people who just want to watch a movie, like, is fine ultimately. Like, it's not representative of like playing Monster Hunter or like, you know, like being a hunter or anything like that. They just wanted to make a movie so that like it helps their SEO, which is a way to live, I suppose.
That was a Paul W.S. Anderson picture.
Yeah, it was.
I have a silly question.
Sure.
Please don't be mad at me. I don't know anything about anything. Is Paul Anderson related to Wes Anderson?
I do not think so.
Okay. I feel like they should be brothers.
It would be very funny if they were both filmmaking brothers that just work on wildly different projects.
Yeah, exactly. They're just like, I have a vision for this. And they're like, good for you, man. I'm thinking more like this. And it's like, nice. Can't wait to see it.
Yeah, but
you know?
I don't think they have that relationship, no.
Oh.
I did see an amusing data point a few months ago, which was how many years in which Paul W.S. Anderson, Paul Thomas Anderson, and Wes Anderson have all released a film in the same year.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 of them. They're all brothers.
It's called Three Brothers.
Yeah, 3 Brothers Film Studios or something.
Oh my god.
So far, there has only been 2 years with an Anderson Triple Crown, where
Is that what we're calling it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if it turns out I'm right. Not like they haven't announced it or anything. They're just like, they're trying to keep it like on the DL.
Someone would have noticed by now and screamed about it. I promise you.
I am noticing it. I'm not yelling about it, but like,
No, but I mean,
I've noticed it. I've connected the dots.
I mean, when what was the Wes Anderson movie where they had that pink hotel that came out in
Grand
what?
Budapest Hotel.
Yeah, Grand Budapest. What was that? 2016, or am I giving that too much time?
Maybe 2015, 2016. That sounds about right.
Like, I mean, like back then, like I think they would have, like that would have been the only thing you would have been able to read on Tumblr for a week, Tegan. That's what I'm talking about. Like, that's the kind of overlap that this would have had. 2014, turns out, Grand Budapest Hotel. Like, it would be funny if it were true, but like if it were true, it would have been a thing that like people would have been yelling about nonstop a long time ago.
Amazing.
Especially since like they're all so like deeply idiosyncratic about their styles.
Yes.
Like you watch a movie from any one of these 3 dudes, you're like, yup, this is this guy.
And like someone who was just accidentally tripped over. It's crazy. There's 3 Anderson movies this year. What happens? And they're like, they're related, and like that would have happened for a week. Like that's what I mean.
Yeah, so it is actually happening this year.
Yeah.
There's In the Lost Lands from Paul W.S. Anderson. Starring Dave Bautista.
Yeah, right. He has a lot of wrestling ties, actually, doesn't he?
What other wrestlers has he worked with?
I feel like, oh no, maybe I'm overlapping with something else. But let me see. Mortal Kombat, Resident Evil. I'm going to check these real quick. I'm going to do the good business. I remember something about Death Race, and I'll check Alien v Predator. Michelle Rodriguez never actually wrestled, right? That's not real?
She did not.
Okay.
What you might be thinking about is that her original breakout picture was an indie film called Girl Fight, where she played a boxer.
Yeah, okay.
Man, back when people thought that she was going to get a chance to show off being an actor.
Fuck. 95 Mortal Kombat? No. Maybe I'm just thinking of stunt people. Because I know he's worked with Statham. He has a relationship with Natalie Martinez because he's been shown up a couple times. Also, Tyrese isn't a stunt person. Maybe he's just cool with the Fast and Furious people? What am I overlapping here? Sanaa Lathan? That's right, it was Sanaa Lathan. God damn it.
I'm sorry, I cannot help you here.
No, it's okay. I'm fine.
I will say it's two dudes who are, as near as I can tell, indistinguishable for the purposes of government work.
Okay.
Paul W.S. Anderson,
who
made a giant mountain of movies funded by Sony, which were just an excuse to give his wife work.
Right.
And Lynn Wiseman, creator of the Underworld franchise.
Yeah.
Man. Which were all funded by Sony and just an excuse to give his wife work.
Is that love to the point of creation? Maybe creation's not the right word there. but like it's something.
No,
you
that
know what I
sounds
mean?
like it. That's love to the point of extortion, I think.
Extortion. I was thinking about that. That was definitely the understudy in that sentence. Casting.
I just want to know, is it the same person at Sony greenlighting both of these series?
Oh
Like,
fuck! Who is it?
Like who's the money bags on this one? Like,
Is he still alive? Like, did he survive the corporate takeover, the Civil War?
It's okay. They can be a simp.
Like
They're allowed to, apparently.
This guy, no, like he's this guy at Sony. He might be a simp. That's entirely possible. But it's also possible that he's like a simp enabler. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He's just like, this guy. You want to make a movie for your wife? For sure. I got some bags of money for you.
He's the shadow simp, the secondhand simp.
The secondhand simp.
He comes to the show, you know? He like hangs out on set because he's a simp for like the movie making process, and this is the way he gets to do it.
Hi, Kate Beckinsale.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, oh man, I love being on set, you know, it makes me feel really cool. Like I'm a director. And it's like, yeah, but you're not. It's like, yeah, I know. But I can pretend. He's having a great time.
Oh, god damn it.
Do you think he's ever called Kate Beckinsale Mila Jovovich?
I don't want to do this. Too much. God, you know what? It's okay. We just
killed him.
podcast.
We did it.
I am not going to live forever, but this is not how I die. That one did hurt, though.
For overlapping producing credits between the series now.
Yeah, I guess, man. Fuck. I didn't find it. I didn't find the overlap that I was thinking of. Maybe I'll find it months from now. Who knows? I'll yell about it. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah,
that is the most Rocky ass quote ever.
Yeah, that's where it fucking goes. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Happy to be of service.
All right, then I guess this might be a show. Hey, everybody, this has been the Gospel Coin Podcast. You can find it where podcasts are found. You know, there's music at the beginning and end of the show. It's produced by our friend Big Sach. Big Sach, if you're out there, I hope you're all right, cuz I hope you're doing well. If you want to support Big Sach, you can find their work on SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/Big Sach NJ, but they're also in a band. And you can check out their band's page at betweenrooms.bandcamp.com. Our logo was designed by Lauren Moran, who has done some wrestling paraphernalia. Please tell me I haven't forgotten that part, right?
Yeah, she has done work for WWE.
Okay.
She's also done work for Disney and Topps and
us.
Yeah.
And us, apparently. What up? And you can check her out on social media. It's usually at Lauren Moran. She has a Patreon. She does good work. So if you want to, throw her a couple bucks, that makes some sense. I'm with you there. We hang out a few times a week on Twitch. It's still Impossible Coin, no dashes, underscores, or anything weird like that. We have a Discord where we do a weekly anime night. That's on Sunday evenings. So if you want to pop by and check out what the latest anime stuff that we're checking out, we'll be around. We'll be out here.
We gotta record an anime episode. We haven't done one of those in a while.
That's true.
Sorry.
There was actually a few things I wanted to talk about. Like I have them in my docket on my end. Like I wanted to talk about the return of Black Clover, some of the new stuff like With You in the Rain, Turkey Time to Strike, because holy shit, what the fuck was that pilot? The Summer the Hikaru died, and Fermat Kitchen, and also the Silent Witch. But we'll get into that in the anime.
The Silent Witch, where I was actually secretly cast as a side character.
Oh man, Brian, there's been a very fun phenomenon where we keep finding Tegan's online persona the way that she wants to be, but in the show, it's just there. She's just hanging out. That's fun.
She's just there. It's so good.
Yeah.
Means I know it. I know exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah. Turns out what Tegan is doing is commercially viable, and we have the proof. But yeah, that's us. I think that's the show.
Yeah.